Okay. I imagine we're going to take end hostilities here. Okay, let's take end hostilities. Okay, this is a pack. So, a couple lands. Kieran. Nothing exciting. Kind of want to take this land over the Kieran. I mean, I probably should take the Kieran. This isn't ally color land too. These are both allied lands, which means they don't go in as many decks. I can see land being a better pick here than the Kieran, but we already have a white rare. Kieran is the only spell in the pack that I'm not really disappointed by. Sure. Okay, this is also a pack of cards. I mean, these are just some wretched packs here. It's kind of what I was looking at previously, and then we had like a couple good drafts in a row, and now we're back to the wretched packs. So I could take like Bring Low, I don't know. Kill Shot is on color. I do like Kill Shot in a deck with end hostilities, because if they're only attacking with one thing, then Kill Shot works, and if they know about end hostilities, then they're kind of discouraged to develop to the board and have a bunch of attackers, but these packs are just garbo, so there's really not too much to do here, I think. I kind of want to try to wheel the Swift Wings so I can go for the Snakeskin plan. It seems like it won't happen, but maybe. Okay. Well, this pack is much better. We actually have a few cards here that I don't mind. Aerostorm is okay. Mystic, Skull Hunter. Don't mind Dragon Scale Boon either, though I don't want to take this one. I think I should probably take Skull Hunter, because then I can play Mardu or Abzan. It's also a 2-drop, so it helps the curve. Mystic is something I think I would rather have than Aerostorm, but white-blue is a more awkward pairing. So yeah, I think Skull Hunter seems good. Okay. Well, now we have this pack. I don't think Retribution really gets there. I think I want to take Disowned Ancestor. I had Kintree Invocation in my last deck, and most of the time it just sat in my hand because it was splashed. Once it was a 2-mana 7/7, which, is good or whatever, but it felt like I was winning that game anyway. So I think I like the Ancestor here. Enables the Skull Hunter, solidifies us into black a little bit. If we do end up going for the Snakeskin nonsense, then Jeskai Student is a card we would want. And Hostilities does blow up Snakeskins though, so. Okay. And this is a better pack as well. So Watcher's alright. There's Ride Down, which is good, but it would be third color here. And then these cards are reasonable too. I don't think I like Ride Down as much as the average person. The problem with Ride Down, in my opinion, is sometimes you're just not the aggressor. And when you have 1-mana 0/4 and stuff in your deck, that happens maybe a little more often than people think. I think the Watcher's going to make my deck no matter what, and it'll improve my deck no matter what. Even though Loxodon could be better, Ride Down I do think is probably the highest ceiling card in the pack. This keeps me a little more open to Abzan, which I've been liking lately. So now I think I just want to take a Sagu Archer. This is a card I could play if I end up Abzan. Otherwise, I mean, there's just nothing really exciting in the pack. Dutiful Return, I think in general is playable. In this format, it's pretty clunky. But I think the Archer's okay, and the double red in Summit Prowler is really going to discourage me from doing that, so sure. Another Kill Shot? I don't really know if we want another one. Otherwise, though, we're taking a knock tracker, which is kind of a similar place to Sagu Archer. It's like a splashed morph, not very desirable. So I guess I'm taking kill shot number 2. I don't really want to have too many kill shots in my deck. I'm not even sure this will make it, but there's some value in just taking a white card out of the pack for signaling purposes. Okay, now I guess we're looking to play Krumar. I'll keep this in the main for now, but Krumar's okay. Remember, these packs were pretty terrible toward the beginning, so just getting something out of here that's playable is probably above average. Alright, I am going to take the Swiftwing here, even though I think Windstorm might actually be the pick, though. I really want to try the horrible Snakeskin deck, but we're not really seeing the cards for it. I'm going to take this over sideboard Windstorm, which could be wrong. Okay. Shambling Attendants. This card's okay. If you have like Rakshasa's Secret, like one of those, and like 1 or 2 Bitter Revs, this is something I'd be willing to play. Okay, I mean, this is just a bad pack. Maybe in the Snakeskin world we want the Siegecraft as well. I really don't want to end up doing that garbage, but like we're just not quite set up for it. Our curve is too high. We have too many defensive cards. We don't have any well, I guess we have one drop. Ooh, Sidisi. That's a good card. I think for us, we're maybe taking Heartpiercer. Because Sidisi, of course, is going to be pretty far away from what we're trying to do here. Like, we basically have to play white. And, yeah, we have no fixing, so it's not going to happen. I think Heartpiercer is a reasonable choice. It's a good card. It's a reason to be in red. Passing a red-white duel. Throttle is okay. Don't want too many throttles. And Ramparts is playable too, though I think people don't respect this card very much, so decent chance at wheels. I don't know if I've really gotten to play Mardu yet this season, and I do like Mardu. So we'll see what happens here. Now there's an Abzan Charm, Bondkin, which we probably just have to take. Red-white land. There's our first Snakeskin. I think I need this Bondkin. So Abzan Charm is very powerful. Nightblade is okay. This card's a little weak, but not horrible. Throttle is, again, decent. A little clunky for the cost. And Red-White Duel is pretty desirable now that we have a Heartpiercer. But the fact that we have Abzan Charm and Red-White Duel both kind of dragging us in different directions for splash cards makes me just want to take a good 2-drop that'll make our deck no matter what and improve it. Okay. Interesting. So I really like Mistfire Weaver, but it's pretty far away from what we're trying to do. This is a card, I guess, I don't know, is there any way I end up like Jeskai or something? Red, white, splash blue for this? Because, I don't know, otherwise, I am a fan of 5-mana 2/8 in general. Mandrills is playable. Windstorm is a card we'd look to sideboard, and I do want 1 smite at some point. I just don't think I can ever end up playing this Mistfire Weaver. So I guess what I'm going to do here is I'll take the first smite. I do want to have one of these. I don't really like main decking them though. So kind of like the second kill shot, this is just like a good card to have for the sideboard. I think it's better to pick up a smite than a 5-mana 2/8, and I don't know. We don't really care about the green very much. Okay, well now we see Skull Hunter versus Hateblade. Do like Hateblade. I think Skull Hunter is probably a little bit better for us. The thing about Hateblade is, like, I figured this out not super long ago. So Ruthless Ripper is like a solid card in the format, and it's also something you just like play face up. And the reason that I think it's good is because the creatures are so just inefficiently costed in the format, and Death Touch is pretty good. So Hateblade is like a reasonable playable. Um, and then somebody put a snake skin on a Hateblade against me recently, and that's made me want to experiment and do something which I do consider kind of terrible. But maybe if we wield a Hateblade, well, here's our Ruthless Ripper, and there's not too much else in the pack. So we might actually get there on this horrible, the horrible strategy that I keep talking about, which I'm really hoping to try for science. Um, there should be a snakeskin that we wheel as well, and if we get that Hateblade, though there weren't very many cards that'll come back from that pack, so it's unlikely that we'll get it. But regardless of whether we do something super janky or not, it's nice to pick up a Ruthless Ripper to try to enable these Skull Hunters, just 1-drop attacking into 2-drop. Okay, well, Salt Road Patrol is acceptable. At this point, though, we've seen a couple of these. We only have one thing that grants it an ability. The 4-mana 2/5 is reasonable, but I think I want a Woolly Loxodon. Just not really seeing any reason to end up splashing red here other than this Heart Piercer. We could try to be straight black-white with the Salt Road Patrols, which would be okay, I think. Loxodon's pretty big, though. I have no lands. I guess I'll take Salt Road Patrol, but I could see Loxodon being a better choice. Now there's this pack. Master the Way's pretty darn good. A-Bomb is nice. Again, we have no lands. I think I'm going to have to take this Bondkin. Otherwise, yeah, I mean, this is... Both of these gold cards are just a little too difficult for us to make work, I think. But the nice thing about this stuff is we're setting ourselves up for either the major black-white synergies, the +1/+1 counter stuff, or the warrior tribal stuff. I don't like taking these medium cards at this point in the pack, but I don't really think we have a choice. Okay, now Sultai Scavenger. We've wanted one of these for a bit. It's going to be more playable than Shambling Attendants. Otherwise, Dragon Scale Boon is a card I like, a card that I think gets underrated. Okay, so we did wield a Ramparts. I think we do want Ramparts here. We don't have a ton of interaction, or at least good interaction. Longshot Squad is fine. Harrier and Mastodon are both playable as well. I wouldn't be unhappy to run either of those, I think, but we're looking a little more defensive at this point, so let's just pick up Ramparts. It's a little clunky with the kill shot, but whatever. Okay, well, here's the first Snakeskin, but I think I need to take this Nightblade. This card, I think, is just a bit better. War Behemoth is super replaceable. This card is not amazing, but I think it's still pretty solid. And one heuristic, which I think is pretty accurate in this format, is just take the higher rarity card if you're at a decision point. So that wasn't really a tough pick, though, but still. We'll take an unplayable black card now for signaling. And this for the sideboard. Maybe we end up against a lot of X1s. And sure, I suppose we'll take a Lens of Clarity. Okay, so we're just purely black-white here. Savage Knuckleblade, huh? That's not going to help us at all. So for us, we're looking at black-white tap land, which maybe helps us with the Heart Piercer or Disowned Ancestor. If it were just black-white land versus Ancestor, I think it would be pretty close, but the possibility of letting us run this Heart Piercer seems more than good enough to take the land. Pinewalkers here. It's another splashable morph that we could run if we had the fixing for it, but we don't. So yeah, pretty happy to get this land. Okay. So speaking of splashable morphs, there are a couple here. There's also Feet of Resistance, which is very good. Bloodsucker is a card that I like. I think a card that gets underrated in the format. We only have the one red land. and I think Ponyback, I mean, it probably wouldn't wheel, but I don't think it's the kind of card I would take here. So it would really be Instigator, which I also don't really think I want. So it's just going to be Feat of Resistance for me. We have the Bondkin, we have the Nightblade, so we have some synergies with it, and it's just going to be a good card in the format a lot of the time. Get you out of some rough spots. Hoping to wheel Bloodsucker. It's not a thing that never happens, but I guess we're not a very good Bloodsucker deck. Yeah, we're actually a little more aggressive than I anticipated. Okay, well I do love Mardu Rough Rider. This card's very good. This is a reason to splash red for sure. Throttle is also in the pack, and it's a reasonable card. Sidisi's Pet and Jeskai Student are both fine. But we have our one land to splash for red, and we have one good red uncommon, so let's pick up another one here. And we would just run a couple mountains or whatever in this deck, though obviously now that we have multiple good red cards, we're going to be prioritizing any lands that are on color for us, especially lands that produce red mana. I don't think we would play Mardu Banner, but we'll see. Okay, wow. So we have a dead drop here, but we have no way to enable it, and then we have Ancestor and Kieran. So Ancestor is a good card for our deck. There's a chance we could wheel another one. Dead drop is very, very good, but we have 0 ways to fill the graveyard. So we'd be looking for stuff to do that this pack, and that's like the only chance we get. So it's like Ancestor, which is a guaranteed good card for the deck, Kieran, which is also good but not amazing, or Dead Drop, which is maybe totally uncastable, which is sad because Dead Drop is sweet. I also don't know if we're main decking End Hostilities in this deck, even though it was our pack 1 pick 1. I'm going to take the Dead Drop, but this could certainly be wrong. If we find a Bitter Rev, the upside is just so huge. But now we get punished, which I probably should have seen coming with the Skull Hunter here. Fortunately, we don't have to take the Skull Hunter because we get to take Bloodfell Caves, and we shore up our splash, and everything's fine. So we get to ignore the Skull Hunter. Still hoping for a Bitter Rev, of course. At this point, it'd be pretty late if we got one, but we'd play a Rakshasa's Secret. We have multiple Delve cards. I think we want Rush of Battle now. We have a decent number of warriors, and we might just be looking to go a bit wide. Some Teamwork cards that we can't play in the pack, and Krumar. We're not really too interested in Krumars, but this could be reasonable for us. Okay, this time we get a Mardu Horde Chief. This is a pretty good card for the deck. Rush of Battle and Krumar are here. So it looks like this dead drop was probably just a mistake. It's probably just going to be better to take the 1 mana 0/4, as funny as that sounds. The thing is, I'll probably still end up running the dead drop, but it's just going to be like a ridiculous amount of mana to make it work. Okay, well, now we get Ancestor versus Secret. Ancestor is pretty good here. We have 3 cheap cards that care about raid, but Secret is really important for the dead drop. And we have the 3/3 flyer. I could definitely see Ancestor being a better pick, but there are 1 or 2 other Ancestors that we've seen that we could wheel, and I really want to make this dead drop less clunky and terrible, so I think I'll take Secret here. But I could see Ancestor being a little better. Well, okay, rewarded now. So we wheeled another Ancestor. And now everything's fine. So yeah, this is almost an ideal way for this pack to go. We picked up another red card to splash, a couple fixing lands. It'd be nice if we had like 1 more land. And obviously Bitter Rev would be great here too. Let's see. Would we play Dutiful Return here? We might. It's pretty awkward with the Delve cards, but Defiant Strike doesn't really do anything special for us. I think it's just not very good. So there are probably some matchups where this could be interesting. Okay, and Sidisi's Pet is totally playable. Otherwise, we could take Mardu Banner. I don't really think we want Mardu Banner, so maybe we want this pet. Can sometimes mess up some X1s with it or whatever. Okay, we're never playing second Dutiful Return. I don't think we're ever playing Trumpet Blast on the splash, but we got the one Rush of Battle. There's maybe a weird scenario where we would want... oh, wow. Nice late Skull Hunter here. Okay, this is great. Yeah, this is actually pretty solid. And Erase now for the sideboard. Okay, so having like one more Ancestor or having a Hate Blade would be nice with triple Skull Hunter. But overall, I like this deck. There aren't too many decisions I would do differently if I could go back and do them over. Okay. So I think we don't want to main deck Smite, I assume. I don't think we want second kill shot. We might not want the end hostilities. I think we want this stuff, probably the first kill shot. We definitely need all of this. And the Salt Road Patrol ended up being better than expected. Oh, we have 2 Crew Mars here somehow. Scavenger I think is fine to play. This card's a little clunky, but it is alright. We didn't end up with any 2/8s, so I guess we are trying to be a little more aggressive here. Let's just move this stuff to the sideboard. And same with this, then we can just figure it out as we go here. Can I fix the curve somehow? We actually don't have almost any morphs, right? Yeah, we have like no morphs. It's like this, and is that it right now? That's pretty hilarious. I don't know if I've ever ended up with this few morphs. That said, of course, we might end up playing either of the 2 morphs in the sideboard. I think End Hostilities is not a card I can main deck, as sad as that makes me. And in that case, I'm happier that we have the dead drop. It is a little clunky to have kill shot in this kind of deck, but I don't think it's terrible. So the fact that we have no morphs does make me want to fill out the 3-drop slot a little more, so we might just end up playing both morphs anyway, and then I don't know, then it's not as funny that we have like 0 morphs. So this is a way we could do it. We could play 18 lands, which in general I have been liking, but I think this deck would be fine with 17. We have some mana sinks, right? We have the Outlast cards, but overall I think our curve is low. So yeah, I think it's okay to do it like this. And then I think at this point the major decision left for us is whether we want 1 mountain or 2 mountains. Yeah, it is a weird deck, but I don't know. It's not... I don't know. It seems fairly streamlined to me, Tom. Like, we are trying to be aggressive. That much is clear. Yeah, no. I've definitely had worse decks in the format, but it's definitely just... Yeah, exactly. It's weird to have no morphs. Okay. So I think I want to cut this. Do I need 7 planes? Maybe I don't. So what are we looking at right now? This is currently 17 lands. So I'm gonna need to... I could just do this, and maybe that's fine. I still end up with 9 black sources if I do that, and 7 white sources, 4 red sources. I think that's okay. We don't need white mana that early compared to the black mana, so it's probably fine to be a little bit lighter on the white. Yeah, so this is my last deck, which was a little better. This deck was even weirder. The Outpost. What do you mean the Outpost? Am I missing something? Oh yeah. Oh no, don't worry. Yeah, no. If I'm not playing my Nomad Outpost, then something's really wrong. Yeah, so this is our last deck that we had that somehow trophied. Kintree Invocation I think was probably a mistake to play. I think I should have just played the 2/5 Reach Morph But we had Anafenza, which is pretty sick. We were trying to be a defensive deck, but then like Hate Blades are good in either kind of deck, aggressive or defensive. And then we had Blood-Soaked Champion, which I think is just a good card. Like, this thing is a free roll to attack with a lot of the time, and sometimes people just forget that or they take damage for no reason. And then there was one turn where we got to Bitter Revelation, putting Blood-Soaked Champion in the graveyard, and then getting it back, so that was sweet. But let's screenshot this deck here. And we are paired against a 2-0 player. Well, that's not how I would love my league to start, and we have this hand, which I don't think is going to be keepable. We do have 9 black sources in the deck, but we have Rough Rider and Dead Drop, which are some of our most expensive cards, and we have no black mana, so I'm going to say no. No, there's this hand. I think at this point I just want to put back Rush of Battle. I don't think I want to go to 5. So we're hoping to find creatures or black mana. This hand at least can do something though. Okay, Watcher. Not terrible. It's really awkward to play Watcher face down with either of these white cards in hand, because I would end up... Okay, they're 2-0 with Valley Dasher. Interesting. Well, we have 3 morphs now. Anyway, it's just clunky to reveal either of these. So let's see what we draw. Maybe a Swamp? Okay, we do draw a Swamp. Do I just run out this Ancestor as a blocker? I think I probably do. It's not very mana efficient. In fact, maybe it's just better to... Yeah, I think it's just better to do this. The mana efficiency is too important. And then next turn I can just Ancestor and maybe Kill Shot. And at that point, maybe I'm revealing the Kill Shot just before I use it to gain some extra life. Okay, opponent's Jeskai. I really don't want to spend removal on this. We could just trade, but I think my creature's a little too important currently. I don't know. Sure. And a Wind Scout. Okay. Well, in that case, I might try to go for the Feat of Resistance block here. We'll see what happens. Okay, this is a decision point. So I can either go Ancestor, Plains, and hold up Kill Shot, or I can go Ancestor Caves and hold up Feat. I think I want to try to go for the Feat. I also don't have to use it. I can just try to trade. It's a little clunky because I'd rather use my Kill Shot. Interesting. So in general, yeah, I agree. Let's just do this now. So this is going to deny them a card draw, and they're not going to have... It would be great if this were red, and then we could eat the Valley Dasher, but instead we just need to deny them a card and gain some life here effectively. Blue. And at least we don't give them any info about the Kill Shot. Block. Opponent's on 3 lands here. It is turn 4. Ooh, we draw Sidisi's Pet. That's pretty nice. It doesn't quite let us hold up the Kill Shot though, so we do have to make a decision about that. And we have to decide whether or not we want to attack. I think we probably do want to attack with the flyer here, because the opponent is only on 3 lands. So I think trading is not ideal for them. Um, okay, they just take it. And I think now... Yeah, the thing is, if we morph, then we take 2 damage here. So I kind of just want to play the Sidisi's Pet face up and gain my life. I agree, it's not worth it to kill shot anything. They can have like Trumpet Blast here, that would be a little annoying, but I'm gonna try to get my free life where I can. Looks like maybe we succeeded. Another Wind Scout, okay. Well, we are going to be shooting one of those. We're gonna keep offering the trade here. And we're almost in a position where we can eat the Valley Dasher. This time the opponent takes it. Makes sense. So we outlast now. And I think it's important to play the land. Now I think I will kill this flyer, because why not? Problem is the opponent has 6 cards in hand. But we should be eating a Valley Dasher next turn. Morph, okay. Okay, that was a good draw. So now we're in the spot where we just want to eat this thing. We could get greedy, and we could outlast this again and try to block this with the 3/3, which I don't even think is crazy. Problem with that is it turns off Dead Drop as a draw a little bit. I think it's very likely that nothing goes wrong here if I just don't get greedy, so I'm just not going to get greedy. And now we can still draw Dead Drop. I could see that being wrong, though. This is some kind of Delve card or something? Like, what's going on here? Set Adrift, maybe? Oh, Tormenting Voice. Sure. Oh, they pitch a Scion of Glaciers. Okay. They have red and blue up. They will try to eat your dude. Nice. Okay. Wow, that was nice too. So I think, let's think about what we want to do here. If they have untapped land, we can't block with Sidisi's Pet anyway, so I think we want to attack with both of these, outlast this, and play this face down. And now we actually might be able to block the morph. I don't know if there's anything that punishes 6 toughness. Oh, geez. Oh, okay. Well, good thing we still have Dead Drop as an out, huh? They just attack with their morph. Um, huh. So now I have to figure out whether or not I can still win. I think I have to trade for this thing. I don't even think I have another option here. I mean, I can flip this over and crack back for a lot of damage. No, maybe I do have to do that, actually. Jeez. This is so bad, though. Okay. Yep. And this is kind of what we saw coming here. This is why I am not having a ton of fun with the format. Someone just plays a card like this, and it's like, do you have premium removal? And if not, you lose. The opponent decides to make this block. That is a very interesting choice. Okay, maybe now we just survived? I really don't know what happened there. That was like, they just traded their bomb rare for a common. Yeah, that was a legal play they could make. Is this why you love the format? I don't know about that. Okay, they Arrow Storm. What do they even kill? Was it 3/3 flyer? Sure. Okay, they still have a bunch of spells in hand, though. I think I just keep attacking. Yeah. Yeah. I should probably play my land. I don't really know what reasons I have not to. Yeah, that's fair. The reason I think if I had seen the High Sentinels, I would definitely agree. But in the dark, I think it's important not to take damage over and over. Okay, well, this is still pretty bad for me. Yeah, they have a lot of gas here. Crippling Chill? Sure. Yeah, we do not have a lot of gas. We have to... I think at this point we leave the 1/4 back because, I don't know, they could just have the First Strike Trick card and that could mess us up, but... It could have been right not to use the kill shot, but I don't know. I think in general I like trying to cast my spells. I don't think we can win, though. Even if they just like throw out their High Sentinels, I think we still lose. Because, I don't know, can we really beat 5 cards in hand? Sure. I guess that makes sense. They've had that thing in their hand for a while. Or face down, really, not in their hand. What did they reveal? Oh, another Warden? Yikes. Okay. Yeah, their deck actually is pretty good. No, we don't have a Bitter Rev. We have Dead Drop as my best draw, I think, but yeah. Another good draw would have been so now they're probably gonna Crippling Chill the 3/7. Yeah. Yeah, this is looking bad. I think Dutiful Return could be reasonable in the matchup, and I do think we want the Wrath as well. We might even want second kill shot, just try to maximize my outs versus the High Sentinels. seems like if they attack with a bunch of stuff, the pet is going to end up dying here somehow. Four, 3, first strike, morph. Yep. At least we gain our life still. And they have the treasure cruise. Wow. Okay, so their deck is good. Well, that was like our best draw, or one of them, and I think it doesn't even change very much. I guess I can play my land. Three, 7 does a decent job of blocking 4/3 first strike, but they can just Warden, get back Crippling Chill, and then they just have us dead. So we have to top deck. I don't even know what we have in the deck to draw. And they did, yeah, they did leave the Crippling Chill in their graveyard. Yeah, this player's deck is pretty cool, I have to say. Oh, they just, what was that? Oh, Jeskai Charm. Yeah, it's pretty good against an Outlast creature. Yeah, I don't even know how good the Wrath is versus this opponent, because they just draw too many cards. And there's no reason for me to play this out, so scoop it up. Okay. So let's bring in, I don't think we want, we could actually play Smite because it can hit the 4/3 and it can hit the counter guy once it puts one counter on something. But I think, I mean, they could play around Kill Shot too is the problem. We definitely want End Hostilities. And I think we also want Dutiful Return. Just give us a little bit of grind. Let's see. Let's take out... Well, we are on the play here. Yeah, I mean, we were super dead, but, you know, curious to see if they show us any more info or whatever. I don't anticipate we'll be beating this opponent, but it wouldn't be impossible for us to steal a game too. Their deck is just too good. This is another thing with the format, like, you know, once somebody shows you like the higher rarity cards, like they just have multiple Wardens and like a bunch of like sick cards to get back with it. Like, what do I have in my higher rarities? I have like this stuff. I don't know. So what can I do here? Maybe this is very medium. Yeah, we just need to take out some of the like medium cards that don't do very much, I think. And then do this, probably this, and then at least one more of these, I think. I don't think we should play Smite, so let's play Kill Shot, but I'm not sure what we should play it over. Double Kill Shot is super awkward though. Let's take out Rush of Battle. It's a little awkward to cut this on the play, but whatever. Alright, maybe if we keep our 7, we'll have a chance. Okay, this is not horrible. We find a land, then we have like Piker into Horde Chief. But this is still bad, like... Yeah, I was thinking about Smite for the bird. The question is whether or not they'll play around Killshot. I don't know. Okay, we do draw the land at least. Mountain would have been ideal, but I will settle for this. Imagine if they had Mountain Valley Dasher. The end hostilities that we're going to pretend isn't there. At least we have another white card to reveal to Watcher in the ramparts. Blue and white mana. You just play a morph maybe? Yeah. Missed this on turn 1. They just snap off the trade. You got it. Now we're the ones stuck on 3 lands. They just play the High Sentinels, I like lose. Are they holding up Killshot here? What's going on? I guess it's either Killshot or it's Crippling Chill. Either way, I'm gonna try to go to combat. Yeah, Crippling Chill, I think. Yep, you got it. I don't like our position, but I don't hate it. Like, we at least have some forms of card advantage. Our hand is very good, even though it really has nothing in common with our board state. Like, we don't even have 2 creatures in the graveyard for the return. And we don't want a Wrath, of course. We have no red mana. Master the way. Alright, well that's fine. So we reveal our ramparts, and now we do have a target for Dutiful Return. It's not actually fine because they're still at 6 cards in hand. Okay, well, this happens. This, I think, was the worst draw in our deck because we're missing red mana for that. It's hard to imagine things really go well for us from this point. Maybe if they play a Warden, we attack with a 1/5. Oh no, they're Tormenting Voicing. Yeah. Yeah, the Tormenting Voice is really sweet in their deck. It's good with the Prowess cards, of course, but it's really nice with like Treasure Cruise. And a Wind Scout, sure. Wind Scout's not very good here though. Maybe we draw Mountain? Okay. Do I attack with this? I don't even think I do. I think I just level this guy. Well, next turn we might have to cast this so we don't discard the hand size on the next turn. Once again, opponent at a low life total, but I don't think that really matters very much for our deck. I mean, I guess if we get them to exactly 1 or 2 life, it'll matter, but... Or maybe we can burn them out. If we somehow trade this off, like if we deal 2 to their face, trade this off, return it, and do it again, we kind of have 4 points of burn. Wait, they just leave it back. Okay, that's confusing. So I guess they have some kind of instant. Sure, I have no idea what they're up to here. I think I'm going to do this and not offer a trade here. They can probably cast multiple spells and eat this, but it seems silly to attack with this. Like this, I don't know. At the same time, if they take the damage from this, no, they're not going to take the damage though. Okay. Let's just do this, and then block, of course, and then how many spells do you have? Do you have just like a feat of resistance, or what's going on here? Jeskai Charm. Yep. Okay, are you trading? Okay, I think I'm pretty happy about that trade. I mean, I'm not happy with everything else that's going on here, but maybe they play a big haste creature. Yep. What do they get back? Master the Way, probably, because it's a pretty sick card. Yep. Okay. I mean, this is certainly a way a match can go in the format, so that's fine. And we're not even like super, super dead. If we find, like, imagine we go, well, no, we are almost certainly dead, but Hostilities is pretty good. They just kill that. I don't know, that's a little spewy, I think. Sure, Leaping Master. I'm gonna attack here if they do this, yeah. Maybe we draw land now? Okay, we did draw land. So let's attack. Good news here is they have no reason to suspect a Wrath is coming. They just take this. So what's probably going to happen here is they'll play removal on our Nightblade. And then they'll play like maybe one creature or something. And then if we draw land Wrath, then maybe we can kind of continue playing. Yeah. I hope I'd be able to understand that that's sarcasm, despite it being over the internet. Oh, another Master the Way. Okay, but do they have another creature, as I had hoped that they would play here? Attack for 5, sure. Creature. Okay, land. Land. Nice. Okay. There's no way you block my token here, right? No way you block this thing. There's no way. You would never block a 1/1. Are they gonna like pull up the list of instants in the set or something? Boom, got him. Look at that free damage. Feels amazing. Alright, let's get this crap out of here, please. So we can definitely still lose, by the way. Like, their deck has a super powerful late game. We're still in this rough spot where we are. Yeah, and this happens. Okay. So we can go Dutiful Return here. They have one card in hand. So Skull Hunter's unlikely to do a ton. I think I just want to drop the wall. It's fairly mana efficient. If we draw a land next turn, we can go like Dutiful Return into 3-drop or something. Or Dutiful Return into 1-drop plus 2-drop. And they can't attack through this, right? They can make this like a 6/1 or something maybe. But they can't. They're just gonna... Something bad's happening, as usual. So it's a treasure... or no. Oh. Does this kill me? I think it does. Yeah, this kills me. So, yeah, all they have to do is pump this to 4 power and we simply lose. Well, that was a very interesting last card for them to have. I guess if I had held up Kill Shot, I could have survived, but I don't know. That's quite a card to predict that they would have in this spot. All right. We were pretty close to winning that game, I think. There's the Nomad Outpost. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so we're paired against an 0-2 now. That's how the format goes, right? Start off paired against... Ooh. Well, this is a hand. Can I keep this? I think I actually will, because I have most of my cheap creatures that I can draw that are castable here, right? I have 6 cheap black creatures that are castable. And then I have 7 white sources, which is not very many, but... and I just hate mulliganing so much. I don't know. Actually, this is probably a mulligan. Yeah, this has to be a mulligan. I don't... 7 white sources is like 0. Let's just try again. Okay, this is much better. Let's get rid of this swamp. Pretty greedy to keep the dead drop in hand, but I think it's fine. Cranial Archive. Spicy. I think if I had better mana, if I had like 9 white sources and they're banned, okay, I probably would have kept the first hand. Ooh, Bondkin. Okay. Well, let's start by offering the trade. Oh, they just block. Okay. And they traded an Abzan guide. Okay. I'm starting to get confused. Whose graveyard is this? Okay, so they could hose my dead drop here. They probably don't know that that's coming. And I don't think I can attack with this Bondkin if they just play a Morph here. I think I want to first strike it, so sure. That is a 0/6. Okay, Salt Road Patrol, that's fine to play here. And then next turn we can start either attacking, getting a little bit of damage through, or just leveling some stuff. Okay. I think I will now try to kill this Morph. So we'll attack with the Salt Road Patrol. They should block with the 0/6. They do. Now we will attempt to kill their Morph, which pretty unlikely that they can save it here, I think. Woolly Loxodon. Okay, some big dudes over there from the opponent. Happy to clear that stuff out of the way. And the Cranial Archive target themselves. So I still have my Skull Hunter in the graveyard for my dead drop. But they did just shuffle 2 cards I don't want to play against back into their deck. And dead drop gets much worse when they just have a 0/6 sitting in play forever. Yeah, it's annoying. It's super annoying, actually. And a Morph could even be the same one. Let's attack with both here, and then we want to play Pet face down because we have feet. Yeah. So we can always unmorph this or use the feet. 1 card in hand. Interesting. We're gonna see, oh, another morph. Okay, but they don't really have mana to flip them. I think I keep this face down. Ooh, the wall. That's actually a pretty good draw here. think I have a fairly safe attack all. I can just play this. It's a +1/+1 counter. Okay, or they put the 0/6 on it and take 4 damage. That's fine. That's probably the better play from them. Now we drop this. This draw isn't amazing from us, but I think it's quite reasonable, and we're likely to do well with it. Ooh, okay, that's a pretty good magic card, but fortunately we can start tapping that thing down. Just gonna hit me for a couple damage, as long as it's not, well actually it can't even be Ruthless Ripper, they have no cards in hand, so sure, free block. So we can't attack. What we could do is we could tap this down, but I think we want to start doing that on their turn. So right now we're just going to Outlast, which I think is okay to do. They could have like something that punishes me for playing land like Rakshasa's Secret, which would be horrible for me, but I think I'm fine doing this anyway. I'd really like to know what the morphs are over there. Attack with 1. So maybe that means it's a Loxodon or something. I think we'll probably find out here. No. Ooh, there's a Ruthless Ripper. So this morph is probably big. What do we want to do? Alternatively, it might be small. I guess we don't have a ton of information about it. I think it's okay to use the feet just to save our stuff from the morph. Doesn't feel amazing, but I think it's probably acceptable. Okay. So whatever this is definitely bigger than a 2/3. Or can at least block a 2/3. Okay. That is super fine. In fact, I'm quite happy about that. That has to be like one of the better outcomes we could have hoped for there. And now cast this face down. Yeah, this is looking really good. We should basically just win here. Like, maybe not this turn, but almost immediately, I think, because I think they're going to have like something huge over here. They're going to attack, we're going to block. Oh, they don't attack. Okay. Huh. Okay. So we currently have 6 lands, 3 cards in graveyard. So we can't cast Dead Drop. We can attack with our Death Toucher and our Salt Road Patrol. We can also attack with this thing. I think this thing is not super likely to survive, though. So I think I want to attack with these. And this could be the 6-7 here to try to eat my 3-6. No, okay. Alright, and then I don't think there's anything that punishes me doing this, so let's make them lose some life. Glacial Stalker. Okay. That's totally acceptable. And now we do have enough cards in graveyard for this, so let's wrath their board. They have one card in hand. Yeah, it's starting to look like they are out of gas. So I imagine they're just going to die here. I'm not going to play around a Wrath or anything. Should die in 2 turns. Oh, they have Crippling Chill. I think I actually do this. It's a little bit spewy, but denies them a card and keeps the clock on. Last time we made this play, it was defensive, so we didn't take too much damage, but this time I think I like it as, you know, again, just denying a card, threatening the clock here. Hard to imagine that they can have one card that saves them from this. We got rewarded for keeping this thing face down, though. Just attacking for 2 a bunch of times was pretty good. Okay, so the opponent is 0-2, and their deck looks a little all over the place. They do have some reasonable cards, but I think this is going to be a pretty good matchup for us. Again, I don't know about this Rush of Battle. I think this is maybe just not a Rush of Battle deck somehow. Maybe Dutiful Return or something is just better, surprisingly. And then they showed 4-4. Wait, what was the morph that... Oh yeah, so Glacial Stalker, Abzan Guide, and the 6-7. So Smite is looking pretty good here. Can we cut anything? Sidisi's Pet seems medium. Matches up poorly against their morphs. I think I like this. This format's kind of fun. It's just like, I don't know. There are some spots that you can end up in that are like super uninteresting. Like, you can end up in a draft where you just never see any uncommons or playable rares, or fixing even. You can end up in matches where you just play against your opponent's like totally busted rares. I don't know. I think part of, like, again, I think part of it at least is just the way the league system is set up with so few players. Opponent's mulliganing. Ulls to 6. Okay, so we have the attack for 0 plan online here. Discards an Abs and Guide. Yeah, this player has some really powerful cards, even if they're not able to reliably cast them or flip them over. Okay, well this is kind of decent. I mean, this is a weird draw from us, but fourth land, we can maybe use the Heart Piercer to shoot down a morph. This thing, giving Death Touch to the 1/5 is pretty good. Oh, okay. Or we can play against Sorin. That's fun. Maybe we somehow end up okay here, though. Actually, if the opponent minuses, yeah, land. Land, 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 land. Dang it. Because land just killed the Sorin there. But now we have to play against Sorin. They're still in trouble if we find land. If we don't find land, then we are in trouble. And it has to be untapped, too. We have 2 tap lands in the deck. Oh, they could just have Crippling Chill here. Yeah, they do, right? Oh? Are we not losing? We might have survived a Sorin here. Okay. That's step 1. Two flyer, sure. So we could play Kieran here, or we could play Nightblade. I think I want to get the Kieran down. I don't think the opponent's going to have good blocks. And they could have the 6/7, which would punish us. I don't think our life total's in jeopardy to a point where we need to leave the 2/6 back and potentially chump. We really don't want to delve for this with the dead drop in hand. Another morph. Okay, but now doing that pre-combat means I can block. Sure, okay. I don't think there's any reason... Actually, wait, I can Scavenger? I think I'm just going to attack with everything. We're not giving Death Touch pre-combat here, but even though we don't actually have anything that we can do, holding up this much mana is probably going to discourage them from like triple blocking this or whatever, so. No, they still go for this double block. Okay, well, I don't really know what this morph is, but actually it could be the 0/6, huh? So I guess I should kill the 2/2 flyer. Sure. And we still don't want to play the Scavenger with the dead drop in hand, so let's play this. And then next turn we should be in really good shape, holding up Kill Shot and Smite. Flip over a Mistfire Weaver. Sure. I'm happy to trade here, I think. Trade's going to happen eventually. Another card in my graveyard for Delve, etc. They just play another creature, and if I draw a land... Oh no, we're only on 5 lands, so that doesn't work. Oh, the smallest smite target. Kind of want to outlast this, and then I guess we just leave this thing back. So we're a little bit short on dead drops still. I think we attack with the morph. Okay, they just take it, sure. Full retail Sultai Scavenger. Counter this. Okay, well, that is the card we needed in the graveyard for the dead drop, and I'm very happy that the dead drop did not get countered. Cast something big. Some kind of X spell. Oh. What does this do? That's horrible for me. Okay. Well, I guess we need to dead drop now, because otherwise it's just going to be killing a bunch of 1/1s. So we have Dutiful Return in the deck. Actually, wait, let's think about this. So we can outlast this here. I think we just want to spend the mana. Gotta fight through a Sorin and a Hooded Hydra. Yep, those are 5/1/1s, and they sacked Kintree Warden. Okay. Well, I still have a smite target. That's the nice thing. Sure. So I think at this point, oh, and I'm out of black cards for this, but that's fine. I think I now just do this. Maybe that's wrong and I was supposed to do it with the other one, but I think this is a little bit better. I want to leave some blockers back here. Just a morph. Ooh, Weave Fate. That's pretty good here. And a morph. Okay. Salt Road Patrol. Kind of clunky to tap out of black. Slightly sloppy. I should have just left up Mardu mana here, but not horrible. Aha! Altar of the Brood. And a morph to mill me for 1. Okay, but maybe we draw our Dutiful Return now. I think it's time to send in the Nightblade. Just chump. Makes sense. Attack all? No. Bondkin. Yes, please. Might even attack with this now. Aha. Well, you did that now. Actually, wait, that does nothing. Okay. Yes. Yeah, first strike death touch is pretty good. And pass the turn. Attack all. Still no attack all. Let's level this. I don't really know why, but why not? Yes. Okay. No face cam scam. Wow, you got me, Eli. I don't know. Didn't you see enough of my face on Matt's stream? That seemed like more than enough of my face to me. Good to see you, by the way. Oh, you didn't see that? Okay. Of course. Yeah. So the opponent's down to 2 life here. That means they're dead to my Ruthless Ripper if we ever find a black card. I might put a face cam on. I don't know. Oh no, they gained a life. Now they're not dead to my Ruthless Ripper anymore. Am I ever going to cast either of these cards, or are they just going to sit in my hand forever? Preparing a demo for Thursday sleep. I don't really know what that means, but it sounds nice. I think I just attack with the 2 that I don't really care about. I don't know. This is going to do something at some point, right? Then I'm not excited for demoing any augmented reality software. I see. Okay. So they probably have something big here. If it has 6 power, MTG Arena dailies. Gotcha. Aha, it does have 6 power. So this time we will kill it. And might as well level this. Pass the turn. Mill me again. Okay. I wish this could be round 3 just so I could draft again, try to see if I could trophy the next one. But we have to keep playing it out, unfortunately. This is not a black card for my Ripper. I think everything's attacking at this point. No, they have Crippling Chill. Not everything is attacking, just most things. They hit them. Sure. Okay. No, I shouldn't attack with the Ripper. I wanted to, though. Yep, almost out of snakes here. I remember doing arena dailies. That was a very short time period for me. I did not not have very much fun doing that. They have more stuff here. Okay, Glacial Stalker. Well, we are going to have to find something. Dutiful Return. That kills them. So now we just do this. Yeah, constructed formats, everybody knows those are not allowed. And they're dead on board. Just attack with anything. Did we finally clear their snakes out of here? We might have done it, chat. Brawl. I don't know if I ever played Brawl. Brawl seems like so much better of an arena format to me than like Alchemy. I don't know. I guess you can't do like multiplayer Brawl or something though. Like they have to know they're dead, right? Like I have this Heart Piercer right here. What is the LOL? Okay, well I don't know what that was about, but we could even, anyway, whatever. Commander for lazy people. Okay. All right. Yep, let's see if we can win round 3. Okay, we're paired against a 0-0 here. And I like my hand. Tri-lands in particular are amazing. If we draw a 1-drop, we won't play the Skull Hunter. But if we don't draw something cheap, then we will. Gotta respect the turn 1 tri-land mirror here. Aha, Bondkin. Well, that's way better. Even though I don't really want to trade it if they have removal or if they have something to block. Definitely worth the upside of trying to get a card out of their hand here, though. With the Skull Hunter. And our mana's looking good. We just need 2 more lands, and we're not really in a hurry to draw them. I guess land 4 is pretty important, but land 5 we can not necessarily get right away and we'll still be fine. No injury, please. Okay. That's actually pretty awkward. Well, okay, we did find land now. I don't think I ever want to trade this for Highland Game, because I think Highland Game is very, very bad. So I think I now just want to level this. Not amazing. And then depending on whether we find land or whatever, we could be looking at going patrol into Rough Rider and waiting on the Skull Hunter. Yeah, if this happens, and depending on whether, I assume they're going to attack here. Yeah, they do. See if we can find land 5 on time. We have a couple chances. Tap land also works, and that is a tap land. So we'll go for it here. Make you discard. Now we have something bad enough that we're fine trading for your Highland Game. Set Adrift. Okay. Now we're in this spot where we have Rough Rider next turn. Maybe this is still worse than just playing the Salt Road Patrol. It actually could be. Sidisi's Pet. Take 4 damage, that's fine. Cost of doing business or something. Now we want to be done with lands. Okay, this is good. So yeah, we'll just start with this. Our mana's looking really nice here. Our mana's not actually this nice. Now they need like a Smite the Monstrous or something. They need to do it before we can hold up the feet as well. A Morph, okay. And now I think we have, yeah, drawing land here too should be really, really good. So now we can prevent this thing from blocking, which means everything can attack. And if they try to multi-block, the Feat of Resistance should destroy them. And you do kind of have to multi-block here. Okay, they can also take 8 damage. That is allowed. I'm not going to try to trade or anything here. Guess they gain 2 life. This is looking really, really good for us. We have Feat plus Rush of Battle. Teamer Charger. Acceptable. 2 mana up. I guess they could have Feat of Resistance of their own. But I think at this point we are rushing them. A Disdainful Stroke? Force Away. Huh. Do we care? So we can counter this with Feat of Resistance. Oh wait, Feat of Resistance gives it first strike, so yes, we definitely, and it's getting a huge power boost, so sorry opponent, we tanked for no reason. I guess, or slow rolled, but regardless, I mean, I don't know, whatever. Okay, we're going to choose blue. Also, this is going to be huge. All right. So now we have to choose what shouldn't be able to block. I think it's the lifelinker again. They just chomp. Take 9. Sure. Gain a bit of life as well. So everything is a lethal threat. We can prevent them from gaining life by removing this as a blocker. They play this. So they died a removal spell. We don't really have much removal though. But they basically, they're in really rough shape here. Okay. So if we remove this as a blocker, then they don't gain a life bouncing here. If we remove this as a blocker, or whoops, yeah, okay, so if we remove this as a blocker, then they can go here, and I guess they have a double block, but they can't afford to do that, right? They can't afford to double block because they have to block, block, block. So yeah, let's remove this Sidisi's Pet again. So they have to double chump here and just bounce off the 2/5. They have 1 card in hand. First strike is really good. A-Bomb of Gadul and Woolly Loxodon. Wow, some good morphs to get out of the way here. And they scoop it up. Okay, so that was pretty good. So let's see, what did they show us? They did show us the Woolly Loxodon. which is a target for Smite. What else did they show us? I mean, they showed us Force of Way, which implies they have other 4+ power stuff in their deck. Sidisi's Pet, which is not really a target for that kind of thing. I wish I could just see the cards they played. No Strips is putting in more effort to this kind of thing. He's like writing down everything that the opponent plays. I think I'll bring in Smite. Maybe it's either Smite or we could bring in both. I don't hate bringing in both. We are going to be on the draw this game, and Rush of Battle I don't think is all that good in our deck, and Sidisi's Pet, once again, I think is super medium. I think it's okay to do this. I don't think we want End Hostilities. Gotta love pack one, pick one sideboard card. Okay, another good hand. Every time we get good mana, I'm super happy. And we're just gonna play this thing face up. Yep. This happens. I think it's too important that we get to 3 mana on time, and the Bondkin is unlikely to even be able to attack. This is the one punish for not leading on tap land though, but if the opponent just plays a Morph or whatever on turn 3 anyway, then it's just not a big deal. Still can't really complain, my hand is very good. And they just scoop. Okay, so I guess they're missing land 3 and they're just tilted. Well, my hand was good, so what was going to happen is they were probably going to play Morph, and we were going to attack with this. Were we finding a land? No. Drawing Kill Shot, but we have one more chance, and nice, we would have found land on time. So they probably play Morph turn 3. If they had a land, which they didn't, then we go land Horde Chief after attacking with this, which they don't trade with. And then next turn we probably get to Heart Piercer and shoot something down, so that would have been good. Okay,